California dreamin' no more. My name is Sofia Ramirez, and at 73, I thought I'd seen every shade of sunset along the Orange County coast. I'd raised my son Miguel on my own after his father, Carlos, passed from a heart attack when Miguel was just 12. Carlos had been my rock, a mechanic with calloused hands and a laugh that could chase away any storm cloud. He left me a modest 401k and a lifetime of memories, but mostly, he left me with Miguel, our only child, the boy who'd grown into a man with big dreams and even bigger appetites for the Silicon Valley promise. We lived in a cozy stucco house in Laguna Beach, the kind with terracotta tiles and a bougainvillea-draped fence that bloomed like fireworks every spring. I worked as a seamstress for years, stitching prom dresses and quinceañera gowns, pinching pennies so Miguel could go to community college and chase his tech fantasies. Yoga became my sanctuary in my 50s, those flowing poses in the salty sea air helped me bend without breaking after Carlos. I'd unroll my mat on the deck at dawn, breathing in the Pacific, whispering gracias to the universe for small mercies. But Miguel. Dios mío, he was the whirlwind. At 35, he was all startup swagger, slim fit chinos, those wire-rimmed glasses that screamed disruptor, and a perpetual 5 o'clock shadow that he called innovator chic. His app, VibeLink, was supposed to revolutionize networking for young entrepreneurs, matching influencers with venture capitalists over virtual coffee chats. Sounded brilliant, right? To me, it sounded like a fancy way to text strangers for money. But I believed in him. Always had. It started small. 5 years ago, when he dropped out of his coding bootcamp job at a mid-tier firm in Irvine, he came home with that earnest puppy dog look. "Mommy, this is it. VibeLink could be the next LinkedIn, but for Gen Z hustlers." I nodded, sipping my chamomile tea, and pulled out my checkbook. First, it was $500 for server fees. Then $2,000 for co-working space in Newport Beach, those glass-walled hives buzzing with baristas and whiteboards. I dipped into my Social Security checks, the ones Carlos and I had scrimped for during his graveyard shifts at the auto shop. "It's an investment in your future, mijo," I'd say, hugging him as he dashed out the door to pitch meetings. The asks snowballed like an avalanche. $3,000 for Silicon Beach networking events, fancy schmoozes at rooftop bars in Santa Monica, where he'd rub elbows with angel investors over kale smoothies. $1,500 for marketing swag, branded tumblers and hoodies that ended up in my laundry basket when his team ghosted. I co-signed for his laptop upgrades and even wired $5,000 when the app crashed during beta testing, blaming it on cloud glitches. By the time it hit $45,000 total, pulled from Carlos's 401k and my nest egg, I'd stopped counting. It wasn't just money, it was my security blanket, the one I'd woven thread by thread. But for Miguel, it was fuel for his rocket ship. I'd see the updates on his LinkedIn, posts about scaling synergies and unicorn potential. I'd like them from my ancient desktop, adding heart emojis in the comments, "Proud of you, Iho." Glowing star, he'd reply with a quick "THX mommy," and a fire emoji, but the calls grew rarer. Our dinners, once weekly tamale nights with fresh masa from the mercado, faded to sporadic texts, "Need $800 for ad spend, cool?" I'd Venmo it over guacamole-stained fingers, telling myself it was temporary. He was building an empire. And I was the foundation. Then came the wedding. Or rather, the non-wedding. It was a Tuesday in June, the kind of flawless SoCal day where the sun kisses the ocean like an old lover. I'd been planning for months, ever since Miguel mentioned his girlfriend, Elena, a sharp-tongued marketing whiz from Pasadena with a pixie cut and a tattoo of a circuit board on her wrist. "Mommy, she's the co-founder of my soul," he joked over carne asada tacos. I dove in headfirst, stitching her a veil from antique lace I'd saved from my own boda, budgeting $1,200 for a beachside ceremony at Crystal Cove. I'd even called Tia Rosa in East LA to reserve her famous tres leches cake. This is your day, Mijo, and Elena's. I'll be right there in the front row, dabbing tears with my hanky. But the call never came. No, hey, mommy, ceremonies at sunset. No frantic last-minute texts about boutonnieres. Instead, I scrolled LinkedIn during my afternoon Zumba cool-down at the senior center, those thumping reggaeton beats still echoing in my hips, and there it was. A drone video post from some VC bro named Chad Whitaker, epic sunset vows for at Miguel Ram Vibe Link and at Elena Tech Queen. Core stakeholders only, avocado toast brunch sealed the deal. Hashtag startup love hashtag disrupt marriage. The footage played like a knife twist, Miguel in linen slacks, Elena in a boho gown that screamed Reformation sale rack, barefoot on the sand with a circle of 10, his coder pals, a few Elena's sorority sisters from UCLA, and Chad with his man bun, toasting with oat milk mimosas. No family. No me. The drone swooped low, capturing Miguel's grin as he slipped a titanium band on her finger, the one I'd wired $800 for last Christmas, thinking it'd shine in family photos. Elena laughed, tossing wildflowers into the surf, while a string quartet, hired via Upwork, no doubt, strummed Here Comes the Sun. Hashtags galore, hashtag eloped in paradise, hashtag no drama just vibes. I froze, my phone slipping from sweaty palms onto the yoga mat. The Zumba ladies, my squad of silver-haired Latinos who'd survived divorces, migrations, and Medicare mazes, gathered around. Sophia, mi amor, what's wrong? Rosa, the one with the killer merengue hips, peered over my shoulder. Gasps rippled like waves. That cabron. Your own son. I managed a laugh, brittle as burnt flan. It's fine. Probably a surprise elopement. He'll call. But deep down, the salt stung worse than any ocean spray. Special people. That's what Elena's caption implied, intimate circle of disruptors. Grateful for our vibe tribe. I wasn't tribe. I was the ATM in the background, the one funding the avocado toast. That night, I unrolled my mat alone on the deck, poses flowing into tears. Downward dog blurred into child's pose, my forehead pressed to the wood Carlos had sanded himself. Why, Mijo? Was I not special enough? The waves whispered back, indifferent. My phone buzzed at midnight, an email from Miguel, subject, quick update. Mommy, surprise. We made it official today, beach elopement, super agile. Just core stakeholders to keep it low-key. Elena's parents couldn't make it either, work crunch. Pics attached. Love you, talk soon. Attached, a glossy collage. Me, cropped out forever. I stared at the screen until my eyes burned, then typed back before dawn, fingers steady as a surgeon's. Querito, congratulations. It looks beautiful. But next time, invest in invites. I only fund family that includes me. Love, Mommy. Send. And just like that, the dam cracked. The backlash hit like a rogue wave. 2 days later, Elena called, her voice all honeyed urgency, the kind she saved for pitch decks. Sophia. We missed you so much. It was spontaneous, you know. But hey, rent's due, landlord's breathing down our necks on the Newport lease. That $2,500 transfer. You forgot this month. Forgot. As if I'd erased 3 years of autopays from my Bank of America app, the ones I'd set up while Carlos's photo watched from my wallet. I sipped my yerba mate, gazing at the hibiscus in my garden, the ones I'd planted instead of flying to Mexico last year because Miguel needed seed capital. Elena, mi hija, I said, voice calm as a meditative breath. Didn't you say it was just core stakeholders? I'm not core anymore. Figure it out. Silence, then a stammer. But Sophia, your family. Like a second mom. Lies, wrapped in that influencer lilt. The same voice that cooed over my tamales but ghosted my birthday calls. I hung up, blocked the number, and for the first time in years, treated myself to a full spa day at the Laguna Resort, hot stone massage, facial with jade rollers. As the esthetician worked her magic, I whispered to the mirror, Sophia, you are the core. Miguel escalated fast. A week later, my doorbell chimed during Savasana, that corpse pose where you surrender everything. Through the peephole, Miguel in his startup polo, Elena pacing the hibiscus path like a caged panther, and a slick-suited man clutching a leather folio. I opened the door a crack, chain rattling like my nerves. Mommy, we need to talk, Miguel said, eyes darting like faulty code. Elena hovered, fake concern furrowing her brow. The suit extended a manicured hand, Mrs. Ramirez. Dr. Harlan Voss, family wellness consultant. Your son and daughter-in-law are worried about you. Worried. The word tasted like ash. About what, exactly? Elena jumped in, tears glistening like sponsored dew. Sophia, you've been off. Cutting off the transfers, ignoring calls. We think the stress from Papa's passing is catching up. Maybe some essential oils overload. She eyed my diffuser on the side table, the eucalyptus mist curling like accusation. Dr. Voss cleared his throat, all boardroom gravitas. We've prepared a voluntary wellness plan. A temporary financial oversight, just to ensure you're protected. Sign here, and Miguel can handle the apps for a bit. I scanned the folio, power of attorney forms, dense legalese burying clauses that'd hand my accounts to them on a silver server tray. Oversight, I echoed. Like how you oversaw excluding me from your vows. Miguel flushed. Mommy, that was business. Vi blinks at a Series A pivot, we can't afford distractions. Distractions. The laugh bubbled up, sharp as shattered glass. I've been your distraction for $45,000, Mijo. Server fees, co-working chaise lounges, those VC brunches where you toasted without me. Now I'm a liability. Dr. Voss interjected, voice oily. Mrs. Ramirez, at your age, sudden changes can signal cognitive shifts. Refusing support from loved ones. Installing precautions. He glanced at my new Ring camera, the one I'd bought after spotting Elena's Porsche idling outside at midnight. Get off my porch, I said, chain clinking shut. All of you. My cognition's fine, yours is the one glitching. They left fuming, but the texts flooded, Mommy, this hurts us all. Think of your health. Sophia, we're reporting this to Adult Protective Services, for your own good. By evening, my Zumba gals had rallied. We met at Rosa's bungalow in Dana Point, a circle of wine glasses and wisdom under string lights. Sophia, that boy's chasing unicorns while treating you like a buggy app, said Carmen, 68 and a retired nurse with a no-bullshit bob. We got your back. Affidavits. We're your character witnesses. I pulled out my laptop, the ancient Del Carlos bought me, and opened Excel. Rows upon rows, dates, amounts, memos. $45,237.61 total. Screenshots of Venmo confirmations, bank statements stamped like battle scars. Look at this, I said, voice steady. Every dollar, accounted for. They think they can paint me as loco. I'll spreadsheet their souls. The next morning, I drove to Irvine, traffic snarling like my gut, to meet attorney Maria Delgado, a fierce abogada I'd found via the Latina Bar Association. Her office overlooked the 405, floor-to-ceiling windows framing the sprawl. Sophia, she said, scanning my ledger over espresso, this is elder financial abuse, plain as ply as sand. California Penal Code 368, felony territory. They tried power of attorney without consent. That's coercion. But the conservatorship threat. I whispered, hands twisting my jade bracelet. Maria leaned in, eyes like polished obsidian. They're filing for it. Miguel's got a life coach expert, Dr. Voss, claiming your essential oils regimen induces hallucinations. Laughable, but judges eat it up if unchallenged. We counter with your docs, full psych eval, financial audit. And live stream the hearing. Bold. It'll go viral in OC, expose their grift. I nodded, heart pounding like a salsa beat. Do it. No more hiding. The warpath began. First, the psych eval at Hoag Hospital in Newport. Dr. Elena Vasquez, a neuropsychologist with a warm smile and a Rolodex of elder abuse cases. She ran me through puzzles, memory grids, even a faux financial sim, balance this startup budget, Mrs. Ramirez. I nailed it, channeling Miguel's jargon. Diversify the burn rate, cap the runway at 18 months. Her report. Cognitive function superior to peers, no impairment. Resilience exemplary. Emboldened, I hit the OC Senior Center Zumba class hard, now with a purpose. Ladies, I announced mid-cha-cha, sweat beating like diamonds, Miguel's suing to declare me incompetent. Needs my 401k for his pivot. Gasps, then fury. Rosa, that ingrate. I'll testify, you're sharper than my late husband's shears. Carmen drafted witness statements on napkins. Lupe, the quiet one with the killer rumba, filmed us practicing affirmations. I am sovereign. My money is mine. Elena and Miguel's moves grew desperate. A wellness check arrived unannounced, a CPS-esque social worker named Kendra, clipboard in hand, knocking while I blended smoothies. Mrs. Ramirez. Report of potential self-neglect. Family concerns about isolation, erratic finances. Kendra's eyes flicked to my vision board, Paris postcards, a van conversion sketch. Healthy paranoia. I invited her in, Maria on speaker. Kendra, pull up a chair. Here's my ledger, $45K funneled, no repayment. Excluded from wedding. Check LinkedIn. Oils hallucinogenic. Smell this lavender, pure calm. Kendra blushed, flipping pages. Ma'am, this doesn't match the report. By coffee's end, she was apologizing, case closed with a note, client empowered, family motivation suspect. But they doubled down. Court papers arrived via certified mail, petition for conservatorship, filed in Orange County Superior Court. Miguel as proposed guardian, citing sudden cessation of support risking familial stability. Voss's affidavit, subject's reliance on pseudoscientific remedies, e.g., crystal healing, evidences delusion. Elena's sworn statement, Sophia was like a mother, until the oils warped her. Lies, layered like cheap guac. Maria filed our response, denial, countersuit for abuse, request for sanctions. Discovery unearthed gold, emails where Miguel begged, Mommy, one more wire, closing the round. Bank logs showing transfers timed to his crunches. We deposed Voss, under oath, he crumbled, well, essential oils aren't FDA approved, per se. Maria pounced, Doctor, do you prescribe kale smoothies? Avocado toast for mental health. The transcript went viral on my new IG live at Sophia Reclaims, 500 followers overnight. The Zumba squad became my war council. We met Tuesdays at the beach, mats unrolled for battle yoga, warrior poses facing the horizon. Sophia, Lupe said one dusk, as seals barked in the distance, remember Carlos? He'd say, mi amor, fight with fuego, not fear. Tears mixed with sea spray. I'd lost Carlos to the grind, poured it all into Miguel, only for him to apply our love into transactions. But here, with these women, migrants like me, survivors of 84 riots and '08 crashes, I found tribe. Hearing day dawned foggy, the 405 a parking lot of nerves. I slipped into my power suit, emerald green, tailored from Carlos's old wool, with jade earrings that caught the light like hope. Maria drove, radio crooning Selena, bitty bitty buem buem. The courthouse in Santa Ana loomed, all concrete brutalism, but inside, the gallery buzzed, my Zumba gals in the front row, phones ready for IG. Judge Lila Torres, Latina, late 50s, with a rep for elder rights, presided, gavel like a heartbeat. Miguel's attorney, a shark named Preston Hale from some Irvine firm, billed to my old account, no doubt, opened, Your Honor, Mrs. Ramirez's abrupt halt to familial support signals decline. Paranoia via surveillance cams, isolation from blood kin, classic markers. Voss testified next, charts of oil-induced volatility. I live-streamed snippets, watch this expert prescribe poverty for profit. Comments exploded, hashtag Abuela hashtag TechTakers. Then our turn. Dr. Vasquez's report projected, peak cognition. My ledger filled screens, $45K dissected like a frog in bio class. Rosa took the stand, Sophia's led our Zumba for years, count steps, budgets potlucks. Sharper than my ex's alimony lawyer. Laughter rippled, Judge Torres smirked. Miguel testified last for them, polo swap for a tie that choked him like guilt. Mommy's always been generous, but now, she's changed. Cutting us off. It's not her. Hale prompted, and the oils. Miguel hesitated. She overdoes it sometimes. Cross-exam, Maria, laser-focused. Mr. Ramirez, how much has your mother given Viblink? Around 45 grand. And repayments? Silence. None. But it was investment. Like your wedding investment, the $800 ring she funded, yet snubbed from vows. The gallery murmured. It was agile, low drama. Agile exclusion, Maria echoed. And this petition. To control her 401k post-pivot failure. Objection. Sustained, but damage done. IG Live hit 5k views, son sues mom for money, watch her clap back. My testimony closed it. I walked tall, voice echoing, Your Honor, I came from Jalisco at 20, nothing but dreams in Carlos's hand. Raised Miguel's solo, sewed his future stitch by stitch. $45,000. That's love liquidated. But love isn't a wire transfer. They eloped without me, then sued when the app crashed. Oils. They calm my soul, not cloud it. I seek freedom, not from family, but from exploitation. Torres deliberated an hour, coffee break for us, tamales smuggled in by Lupe. Verdict, petition denied. Evidence of abuse clear, sanctions on petitioners for frivolous filing. Mrs. Ramirez, your autonomy is affirmed. Court adjourned. Cheers erupted. Hugs from the gals, tears from me, not salt, but sweet release. Outside, Miguel approached, Elena trailing like a glitchy shadow. Mommy, we were scared. For you. His eyes, Carlos's eyes, flickered regret. Scared for my money, Mijo, I said softly. Go build your empire. Without mine. He nodded, defeated, and they vanished into the fog. That night, celebration at Rosa's, margaritas frozen with fresh lime, playlist of Gloria Estefan anthems. To Sophia, the original disruptor. Carmen toasted. We danced till midnight, hips swaying free. 3 months later, I sold the Laguna house, $1.2 M windfall, enough to rewrite my code. Donated $200,000 to Elder Justice OC, funding abuelas like me against family grifters. With the rest, I bought a Sprinter van, custom solar panels, kitchenette stocked with yerba mate, bed draped in Carlos's old serape. Named her Libra. First stop, Pacific Coast Highway, northbound. Malibu cliffs blurred past, dolphins leaping like applause. I live streamed from pullouts, day one, from funding to freedom. Who's with me? Followers surged, 10K, then 50K. Guest spots on Latina podcasts, Sofia Ramirez, the abuela who hacked her heart back. Stops blurred into stories. Big Sur, hiking with a widow from Fresno who'd cut off her daughter's salon tabs. Mendocino, bonfire with a Navajo elder reclaiming casino shares from greedy king. Each night, Matt unrolled under stars, eyed journal, reflections on Carlos's laugh, Miguel's baby teeth grin, the ache of what wasn't. Word count crept, 10K, then 50K in a Google Doc title From Funding to Freedom. Self-published on Amazon, forward by Judge Torres herself. It flew off virtual shelves, chapters on spreadsheets as shields, Zumba as armor. Royalties funded scholarships for Jalisco girls in tech, ironic, but healing. Miguel. Whispers via Tia Rosa, Vibe folded, Olena back in Pasadena marketing dog food apps. He called once, 6 months in, from a Reno number. Mommy, I get it now. Can we talk? I paused, waves crashing in my van's window at Cannon Beach. When you're ready to invest in us, not apps, yes. Te quiero, mijo. Hung up, unrolled my mat. Warrior pose, facing west. The sun dipped, painting the Pacific gold. At 74, I was no longer the seamstress in the shadows. I was Sofia Ramirez, yoga warrior, van nomad, unbreakable code. True love. It starts with self, no price tag, just pure, endless horizon. And as the stars wheeled overhead, I breathed deep, gracious, universe. For the betrayal that birthed this bliss.